Welcome back to the Visual Arts channel, Stractify 500. We are continuing with our perspective drawing series, and we're continuing with staircases. And in this video, I am going to put together all the staircases that we've done in the previous videos. So basically the staircase beneath the horizon line, straddling the horizon line, and over the horizon line. And I'm going to make it one. I'm going to combine all of them into one drawing, and we're going to see how that plays out. I did a little scratch video, which I've probably shown right before this, and I feel that the space that I used using the paper in the landscape format, it was a bit limited in illustrating what I wanted to demonstrate. So what I've gone and done is I've gone and laid out my sheet in the portrait orientation, and that's what I'm going to do my demonstration that's the way I'm going to do my demonstration with this video. So I'm going to zoom in and out as needed, and then I'm going to I'm probably doing it anyway. I'll probably do it a lot anyway, but I'm going to make sure I tilt the paper so that everybody can see most of what I'm doing, and so that a lot of what I do doesn't fall off the edge of the screen. So basically, let me zoom out a little bit. So basically, I'm going to try and do my staircase all the way up and down this paper. So I've already laid out my steps, as you can see here, and it's going to be pretty compressed. It's going to look pretty wonky and weird, but it's what we need to do. So I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it turns out, and you know, depending on how it turns out and how you guys feel about it, let me know down there in the comment section. All right, I'm going to jump right in and try and explain some of the stuff that I'm doing as I go along. Let me see if I need to zoom in a little. Let me zoom in a little bit. Well, let me leave it like this for now, and then I will zoom in just to start things off. I'll be zoomed out. Clean up a little bit here. Okay. So my horizon line, vanishing point 1, vanishing point 2. These are my subdivisions to help me make my steps. Let's start projecting to the vanishing points. Okay. First of all, let me just lay this down and then come back to it later. Okay, and then we'll do this. All right, so this is going to be the back of my staircase. It's way back there. It's kind of tiny, but that's what we're going to do. All right, so with that in place, I am going to, you know what, let me just go ahead. Draw in my radiating lines. Okay, so those are the radiating lines for my steps. Got a double line here. I will remember not to be confused by that. And now I'm going to go ahead and determine the width of my first landing, my first step. Or let me just say first step. Not confuse that with landing. Is that right? There we go. I think that's right. Okay, so that will be it. And again, I am using, my subdivisions are exactly 1 inch apart. So we're gonna have some chunky, we're gonna have a chunky staircase, big fat chunky staircase with some chunky steps. Let me get my blue pen so everybody can see very clearly the diagonal that we'll be using to help intersect or to help construct the steps. All right, that goes there. Let's not confuse that. Now let's not confuse this line with the horizon line. Okay, so you guys are going to run into issues like that, so always be very aware of where your construction elements and components, where they are, where they're located, and what's what. Differentiate them very quickly and very clearly. Okay, so with that in place, I am going to go ahead and start to, I'm going to use this. Here we go. Okay, let's reach all of them. No, let's just use this. Okay, so this is a case where I'm just trying to be efficient. I would prefer to use this for these short lines. I would very much prefer to do that. But for the sake of efficiency, I'm going to use this so that I get through. I don't want to switch up between triangles. So I'm just going to use this one straight through and plug in my verticals. And as a result, I'm just being a little extra careful. I want to be a little efficient, but I have to be careful. It's slowing me down slightly. Now, if my short ruler could span this whole length, I prefer to use that because I could just use that a little more quickly. This process would go by a little more quickly, but I mean, not that much more quickly. I mean, it's not that crucial. All the way to the top. There we go. Okay. So all those are in place, and then I'm going to just go ahead and take the step of darkening these horizontals. Okay, so these the flat part of the step. Just get that done and out of the way. this side of the staircase. Now I am going to project all these steps to this vanishing point. Now it would seem as if I'm just basically repeating the video for when I did the steps straddling the horizon line. I guess that is essentially what I'm doing. But I guess it's worth repeating just so that you can all see or get a reminder of how all this stuff works. And then seeing it again after I've covered the staircases above the horizon line, I guess, is also a good reminder. I think it helps to bring things full circle in some sort of way. Again, let me know in the comments if it's helpful. Okay, we'll go through this process. All right, we missed that right there, so let's plug that in. Make sure it's there for us to use. And yeah, we did not draw that, but it's going to be so tight it might be negligible. Let me try and plug it. Use the sharp, super sharp lead holder. Draw it really lightly. I don't know if I'll be able to make much use of that. We shall see. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about it because we've got more than 1, 2, 3 steps. In fact, we've got 4, and this is about to be 5 right here. 5 points of reference to work with. So we are good. I'm not even going to sweat that. There's a little space there. Let me zoom in, see if you guys can see it. A little space right there. I can work with that. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, I'll keep it a little zoomed in. I think we're good to go. Okay, everything seems to be blending together, so I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm not going to fiddle and fudge around with that. Just going to get my blue pen, come here. And as you can see, all those points connect nicely. There's maybe one that's slightly off, one or two, but they are close enough together for everything to work. I'm going to just strike that line straight through and go ahead and drop all the verticals from each intersection. Okay, so whoops. You know what, let me use my lead holder. My mechanical pencil, I mean. That lead's a little too soft and brittle. Got that. Got that. Got that. And any issues we were having with this one, this will take care of it. This will tell me that that's where the connection needs to be made. All right. There we have it. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, let me just show the construction real quick before I darken everything, and then let me go ahead and darken everything. Yep, that's it. There we have it. There we have it. Yeah, I was thinking this staircase was gonna look a little wonky for some reason, because I've gotten so used to working in the landscape format and I can spread things out a little bit. It felt very compact and very kind of claustrophobic. I felt as if I was placing the back of the staircase here. I was placing it too far back, and yeah, I was a little, wouldn't say nervous or concerned, but I was like, it's gonna look a little kind of weird and maybe a little distorted, but that's not the case at all, and I like the way this has turned out. So if you like the way it turned out, let me know in the comment section. Give it a try. Let me know how your perspective drawings are going. For this stuff to work, you got to practice, you got to make mistakes, you got to take several stabs at certain things. I'm sure for some of you, you're going to, hopefully my instruction is clear enough that you can get it correct the first time around, at least the second time around. But let me know if you're having fun. Let me know if you're having a good time. This is Stractify 500, my visual arts channel, where I cover aspects of concepts and techniques in drawing and composition. And as I continue to cover these things, I'm going to expand into various other smaller projects where I apply a lot of the stuff that I talk about. All right, so next on the agenda is inclines, and that will be in the next video. I will see you then. All right, take care. Bye.